Hi everyone, it's Sarah and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video is our February Stitch of the Month. This month we're going to be learning how to crochet cable loop stitches. It's a really neat way to add a cable look without all of the extra stitches. I think you're really going to love this because it works up quickly and has a wonderful look. It can be used on scarves, washcloths, hot pads, hats, blankets, bags, any crochet project. And if you can stitch a single crochet and a chain, you can do this wonderful stitch. Now, for today, we're going to be learning the cable loop stitch. We'll be making a swatch, and then we're going to turn this swatch into a hot pad that you can use. The hot pad measures about 9 by 8 inches, and so it's a nice size project to practice what we're going to learn today. Now, you can find this free crochet pattern on my blog. And as always, you'll find that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. So what you're going to need is any medium weight number 4 yarn you have in your stash. This one I used several different colors, all acrylic, probably mostly Red Heart Super Saver or I Love This Yarn or Vanna's Choice, just what I had in my stash that was 100% acrylic. Now, if you're going to make this as a hot pad that you're actually going to put something hot on, I do suggest you use cotton. But for our practice today, acrylic or any blend, as long as it's a medium weight number 4, will work. I'm going to use this sort of a light blue. It's a little bit teal. This is Vanna's Choice. I'm going to use this cream color, which is Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm going to use this beige, which is I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. All three are 100% acrylic and medium weight number 4. And I'm going to just alternate my colors. I just thought it would be pretty to use these three together. So you can use all one color. You can use variegated striping, whatever you have in your yarn stash. We're going to be using our H hook today, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle for weaving in ends and, of course, a pair of scissors. We're going to begin with our swatch first. Now, the way the pattern works is your multiples are 4 chains plus 1. So if you want to make it wider and maybe make it into a blanket, you're going to need to do multiples of 4 plus 1. All right. For today, we're going to be chaining 25 chains. So here's my slip knot, and now I'm going to chain my 25 chains. Now, make sure you don't stitch this initial chain too tightly, or the end of whatever you're making, which we're making a hot pad, is going to squeeze in a little. We don't want that. So we're going to loosely chain 25 chains. I've chained my 25 chains. We're going to begin by stitching a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. There's 1, there's 2. So we'll go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. And then we'll stitch 1 single crochet in each of those chains, working all the way across. Now we begin in the second chain from the hook. We chained 25, and since we did begin in the second chain from the hook, we're going to have 24 single crochets. I have stitched 1 single crochet in each stitch across. I began in the second chain, so I have 24 single crochets. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Our chain 1 does not count as a stitch here or anywhere else on this project. We're going to begin by stitching 1 single crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch across. One single crochet in each single crochet across. I've stitched 1 single crochet in each single crochet across, chain 1 and turn. And for row 3, we're just going to repeat what we did on row 2. 1 single crochet in each single crochet, working all the way across. So now I have 3 rows of single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. Now on this row, row 4, we're going to form our first loops. We're going to single crochet in the first 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we're going to go right in that next stitch and stitch a single crochet in that one and the next 3 so that we have 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're not 4 in the same stitch. It's 1 in each of the next 4. Now we're going to chain 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we will do that again. 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we'll continue to repeat this across. 4 single crochets, chain 12. 4 single crochets, chain 12. 4 single crochets, chain 12. Repeat that across. After you've done your last chain 12, you'll have 4 single crochets on the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 1. So if you're doing the swatch according to what I have done, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain 12 loops, but you still have the same amount of 24 single crochets. It looks like we've skipped in here, but we really haven't. We stitched in this one, and then this one here is stitched in the very next single crochet. So we're not skipping any single crochets. All right, so we stitched 4, chain 12, 4, chain 12 until we get to the end, and then we stitch 4 single crochets at the end. Now, if you're not changing colors, go ahead and do your chain 1. But I'm changing to this light blue, sort of light teal color. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that in, and then I'm going to cut off my next color. And yes, if you change colors, we're going to have to weave those in later. All right, now when you change colors, make sure you change colors and then do your chain 1. And we'll snug everything down and we'll turn our work. And now what I do is I push those loops to the front just to make it a little bit easier on this row. Because what we're going to do is place 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets across. All right, so we'll go right in that first one. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stitch in the same single crochet where we started our first chain, and then we're going to go to the next single crochet where we ended that chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our chain there. Our chain 12 will go right in that next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll push that chain forward, stitch right in that next single crochet stitch. And let's take a second so you can see what it looks like from the front. Alright, so we pushed those loops forward and single crocheted across. And we'll continue this on across. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go right to that next single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push that loop to the front, and we'll do 1 single crochet in those last 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, and this is what it looks like from the back, and this is what it looks like from the front. We still have 24 single crochets across. So now what we're going to do is we're going to repeat row 5 for 2 more rows, which is chain 1, turn, and 1 single crochet in each single crochet across. And we'll do this for 2 more rows. One single crochet in each single crochet across, chain 1 and turn, and repeat. So I've stitched 2 more rows of single crochet, and that brings me back to the front. And what we're going to do is repeat what we did down here. We're going to stitch 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. And we're going to chain 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We'll go right in that next single crochet and stitch a single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, we're just going to repeat this across. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we'll go in the next single crochet and stitch 1. Oops, got a string there. 2, 3, 4. So we're again stitching 1 single crochet in the next 4, chain 12. 1 single crochet in the next 4, chain 12, and repeat across. I have repeated 4 single crochets, chain 12 across. Here's my last chain 12, and I'm going to single crochet in those last 4 single crochets. Now I'm going to be changing colors again, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. All right. I'm going to use this cream color, but before we do that, I do want to show you how this works. what happens is you take this loop, it goes inside this loop, and you pull it up. Now you can do this now or wait till the end. I kind of like to do it as I go. And it gives you an idea how those colors will work. All right, so that's how the cable loop stitch is worked. And we're going to do another set in the cream so that you can see exactly how it all goes together. All right, so I'm going to bring in my next color. Chain 1. And remember, chain 1 after your color change and turn. And now we're going to do that row of single crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure you push your loops to the front, get them out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit more yarn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1. And of course, this is how it looks on the back. Chain 1, turn, and then the front. And of course, my loops have kind of popped out, and that's okay. It's not going to matter. Like I said, you can loop them up now, or you can loop them up when you're all finished. But that gives you an idea of how that's going to look. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to stitch 1 single crochet in each stitch across for 2 more rows. One single crochet in each single crochet for 2 more rows. I completed those 2 additional rows of single crochets. That brings us to the front, and we're again going to do a row of loops. So we'll stitch 1 single crochet in the first 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 12. Then we'll go right to the next stitch and stitch 1 in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and repeat across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoops, 10, 11, 12, and then go right to that next single crochet and stitch 1 single crochet in the next 4. There's 2, 3, and 4. And so again, we'll repeat this across for our loop stitches. So I completed that last row of 4 single crochets, chain 12, and repeat across and end with 4 single crochets. And just so you understand how the looping works, the loop above goes through the lower loop. So this one goes through this one, and this one's above, so it goes through this one. And that's how we form those cable loops. So now what we're going to do is we're going to repeat row 5, row 6, row 7, and row 8 3 more times. You'll have 3 rows of single crochet and then a row with your loop across. All right, so repeat row 5, row 6, row 7, and row 8 3 more times. And you can change colors as often as you want to, or not at all. So I have completed those 3 more sets or repeats of 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so I'm going to go ahead and loop it all up. And I really love how these colors work together. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do what we usually do and stitch a row of single crochet across. One single crochet in each of the single crochets across. Now I didn't change colors on purpose. I want this to be the same color, but of course you can change colors if you want to. So one single crochet in each single crochet across, like we usually do on the next row after those 12 chain loops. I have single crocheted, one single crochet in each single crochet, chain 1 and turn, and now we're just going to stitch a row of single crochets across. One single crochet in each of those single crochets, working all the way across. There we go. We stitch that row of single crochet across, and now we're going to chain 1 and turn. But before we do this, we want to make sure that all of our loops are looped up, because on this row we're going to grab those loops as we single crochet across. There we go. That way our loops don't come undone. All right, so I'm going to hold that loop. I'm going to go one single crochet in the first 3. Then when I single crochet in the 4th one, I'm going to put my hook through that loop and single crochet. Then we'll single crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab that loop and single crochet, catching that loop. All right, let me show you the front. See where I grabbed those loops and single crocheted? That's what we're going to do across. That way our little loops of 12 don't come undone. 1, 2, 3, and then in the 4th, I'm going to grab that loop and single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Here's my 4th. I'm going to look, make sure everything's looped up. Grab that loop and single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Here's my 4th and last loop. We're going to grab it, single crochet around it, and one single crochet in the last 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to chain 1 so we can take a look at that. Let's turn it around. And so what we did is we grabbed those loops so they won't come undone from our cable loops. So now we've made our swatch for our cable loops stitch pattern. And it looks really cute, doesn't it? Yes, I have some weaving in to do over here. But what I want to do now is make this swatch into a hot pad that you can use. Now, you can stay with the same color if you want to, but I want to switch to my pretty blue color that I've been using. So I'm going to bring in, take that chain 1 out that I added there, because remember, we chain 1 after the color change. There we go. And chain 1. All right, so now what we're going to do is single crochet around the entire thing. Now, you may notice that it's curling up a little bit, and that's kind of just the nature of what it does because it kind of pulls in, but don't worry. Once you get the trim on, it won't do that. All right, so I'm going to begin by stitching right in this first stitch and stitching 1 single crochet in each single crochet across. I have single crocheted around all 4 sides, stitching 3 single crochets in each of my corners. Now I'm going to join to that first single crochet, and I'm going to chain 12. All right, now I'm going to just join right to that same stitch with a slip stitch and tie off. All right, and then we'll just take our needle and weave that in. Now our hot pad has a loop that we can hang it up with. We'll just weave that in. There we go. Making sure that's nice and secure. Alrighty, so there is our hot pad. And if you have any curling on the corners at all, you can always block this with a little bit of water, lay it out flat to dry. All right, and so this is our stitch of the month, cable loop crochet stitch pattern. And again, you can make scarves, blankets, hats, bags, lots of wonderful things with this stitch pattern.